Shout out to everybody listening. This is the Suzette Speak Show. I come to you live on the FM radio waves right here in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. What's up? You can always listen to us live on 92.7 FM Fort Lauderdale. Of course, North Miami, Hollywood, 96.1 FM. And of course, Wagwan, Miami, 94.3 FM. Today's show I'm dedicating to the passing of actor, poet, and incredible musician Malcolm-Jamal Warner. If you're like me, when you heard of the news of his passing, it felt like I lost a family member. I was truly impacted, and it broke my heart thinking about how tragic and unexpected. You go on vacation, with your husband and your daughter, and he was swimming with his daughter at the time, and Costa Rican officials have now confirmed that he has passed away due to accidental drowning. And I want to start this show with just, what lessons can we learn? And one I wanted to point out, as I did at the top of the show, is that we really have to be, practice swim safety. If you don't know how to swim, and if you've never been taught how to swim, it's okay to take a swimming lesson, even as an adult. As I was saying here in South Florida, the number one, not even it's just South Florida, like we talk about gun violence, we talk about, things that affect particularly Black boys. But one of those top 5 causes of death is drowning for Black boys. So making sure we put our kids in swim programs and making sure, whether it's a city, and they also have a lot of volunteers that teach folks how to swim. And in Miami, I know, and even Fort Lauderdale, there are what we call trauma-informed programs. There are people who are afraid of the water, afraid to get in, afraid because now look at this tragedy. But we can't let that stop us. Right? We have to learn, for our own safety and teach our children for their safety. So we're going to talk about, swim safety. On the Suzette Speak Show, I've had several folks who run swim programs on this program throughout the year. So we're going to make sure we provide those resources to you. As we take time to remember him, I also wanted to remember what a wonderful life he led and how we too have to remember to have that type of impact, such a positive impact. In his own words, one of the beauties and great sadnesses of this tragic loss of Malcolm-Jamal Warner at just the age of 54 is there's so many clips of him coming out in his own words. And I've been seeing over and over online the sentiment that we don't really recognize people's beauty and people's talent, and really people's soul. I'm talking about the beauty of his soul while he's here. Now watching some of the clips from various interviews and the times that he talked about, his own personal philosophies. He had his own podcast. I'm going back to watch it now, called Not All Hood, which I love the name, talking about Black people and Black culture and how different we are than what, propaganda will tell you is, the Black experience. There's so many different ways to be Black in America. And he had a podcast about that. Of course, he starred, like I said, as Theo, most widely known as Theo from The Cosby Show. In 2009, he starred in an episode of TNT's Hawthorne and in the NBC sitcom Community in 4 episodes as Andre, the ex-husband of Shirley Bennett, played by Yvette Nicole Brown. He also was a co-star in the scripted comedic television series Read Between the Lines on BET. He played the role of Alex Reed, an English professor married to Carla Reed, a psychologist played by former girlfriend star Tracee Ellis Ross. Very interesting role for him there. On the 3rd season of TNT's Major Crimes, Warner portrayed Lieutenant Chuck Cooper, a member of LAPD's Special Investigations section. He also played Al Cowlings in the 2016 crime series American Crime Story. And that was the production of The People versus O.J. Simpson, based on the life events of O.J. Simpson. Warner played prison counselor Julius Rowe on the 6th season of USA's Suits. And he played the role of parole officer James Bagwell on Amazon Prime show Sneaky Pete in 2018. And he appeared, this is what a lot of people, I told you I was getting a massage by a non-English speaking wonderful lady who remembered him for, el residente. He that was of the show The Resident, is what she said. Malcolm-Jamal Warner appeared as Dr. AJ, the Raptor Austin on Fox's The Resident. So much more. I didn't know he was a musician. He has dropped several albums, y'all, and won a Grammy. In 2015, he received a Grammy Award for the Best Traditional R&B Performance for his contribution to a cover of Stevie Wonder's Jesus, Children of America. Did you know this? Warner performed on a poem on the track dedicated to the victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, along with musicians Robert Glasper, Experiment, and Layla Hathaway. So much this man had to offer and continues to offer. So however you remember him, we remember him with grace. We remember him in power. And again, the tragedy of his death, there's so many unanswered questions still. Why was he at this beach? Did he see the signs? That's what many of us are asking. Did he see the signs at the beach? Because there were signs posted that said, danger of drowning. And according to police, like I said, this happened on Sunday in Costa Rica. The actor, best known for his role as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, passed away on Sunday off the coast of Costa Rica due to accidental drowning, according to the Costa Rica National Police. So when we see this, he was just 54. He was swimming with his daughter, who was 8 years old, on Sunday when surfers spotted them struggling and dove in to help, according to police. That was being reported by ABC News. A surfer used his board to bring Warner's daughter to safety, and a volunteer lifeguard pulled Warner and another surfer to shore, where Warner was given CPR for 45 minutes, according to police. Wow. Police told ABC News on Tuesday that the autopsy on Warner had been completed. The forensic pathology department said the autopsy confirmed that Warner's death was described as asphyxiation by submersion and was accidental. Both surfers survived, and also his daughter. Think about that trauma. We're going to continue to cover this story. And again, remember him in power. His body has been flown back to San Joaquin de Flores on Monday. An autopsy was performed and concluded on Tuesday. Police told ABC News that Warner died near Cocles, a beach in Limon, Costa Rica. And did you know Limon is a place where there are a lot of descendants of the Caribbean, of Barbados, of Jamaica? I have cousins from Limon. Our great-great-grandfathers was brothers. Let's go. Great-grandfathers was brothers. So they have an historical tie to many of the, what they call Afro-Antillano, the Afro-Antillians, the black people throughout the Caribbean that went to go work on the Panama Canal and through, therefore, worked the plantations also throughout Costa Rica. Sad story, heartbreaking story. We are here to celebrate his life and remember his great and immense legacy. Long live Malcolm-Jamal Warner.